worm fishing. It's been around a long time, and it used to dominate back in the day, and it still does. Probably one of the most recognized techniques in bass fishing. I think there's something that is a little bit overlooked in worm fishing though that is important that you may or may not do already. It's a little thing, but it'll help you catch a few more fish, and that's what we like to do here on the LakeForkGuy channel, help you catch more fish. So I'm going to show you something about rigging worms on there correctly. You want to make sure they're straight on there. This especially applies to straight tail worms like I have here, or a finesse worm, you know, anything that's going a shaky head. You know, whether you're fishing on Texas rig, Carolina rig, wacky rig, whatever. You want to make sure you get it on there right. So, got here in my hand a 4/0 offset worm hook, and I've also got one of my favorite baits for fishing, weightless, and it's a Lake Fork Tackle Zigzag. This bait right here has a lot of great action, but if I don't rig it right, it's not gonna catch fish like I want it to, and it's just not gonna look natural in the water. So I'm gonna rig this on here incorrectly. Okay, two things that are going on here. We've got a little Humpty Hump right here. That's not good. It's gonna cause twirling. What's also gonna cause twirling is that if you look at where the hook is in the head, the eye of the hook, and then the hook point, they're offline. They should be vertical, okay, and they're offset. So that's causing two different angles, and it's going to cause twisting. So hold the bait naturally like it would hang, okay, and look at the hook where it would go in correlation to the eye. All right, and then crimp it up a little bit, go in there straight. All right, so we don't have a hump, and we're in there straight on. So now that bait is going to do exactly what I want it to do. And if you look at the footage here, you can see when that bait is rigged off to the side a little bit, it falls okay, you know, it looks good, but it doesn't have a certain action that I want it to have, and that is that side-to-side action. If you look at the way I rigged it right, the head is actually moving side to side and the tail at the same time, creating a lot of vibration, and the fish can feel that, they can see it, it looks natural. Anytime you have a bait that is swimming side to side with its head, whether it be a swim bait or worm or whatever, it looks really natural to the fish and they're gonna eat it, okay? So that's crucial. Now, first of all, you gotta make sure you get a worm that's straight out of the package, you know? Don't buy worms that are crimped up in the package. You can see them, you know. Make sure you get a brand that, first of all, the package has to be long enough to fit the worm, right? If the package is too short, the worm's going to crimp up in the package, and that's not good. Also, another thing that really helps is having a lubricant in there, like oil. This is Lake Fork Trophy Lures. They have an oil they put in here, and it really helps keep the worms in line straight. And a lot of companies do that, but some don't. If they don't, or you want to keep them extra fresh and straight, you can use a product like this. This is Lake Fork's Hog Wild, or you can use anise oil or some kind of whatever, cooking oil, whatever it is, some type of oil to keep the worm straight. Okay? So doing those two things, rigging the worm right and making sure you have a good worm that is straight to begin with, is really going to help you catch more fish when it's slow, you know, when it's cold, when you have to use a slow presentation. That worm has to look just right, it has to look natural. So next time you're going out fishing, get your hook in there just right, make sure your worm's straight, see if it'll help you catch more fish. I know it does for me. See you guys later.